I need more sleepy time. I don't want to stream. I want to take a nap. Ah! What's up, guys? Fears. Audience. Fears. What is going on? Coffee first. In my new Jack Skellington mug. That's some pretty damn I can't even get it out. I said that's some damn fine coffee. That's what I meant to say. That's some good fucking coffee. All right, guys. What's going on? I got my Ghostbuster hat on. I got the audience. It's time to chat. It's time to hang out. It's 4 in the afternoon, and let's rock and roll. All right, let me open up Z-Chat. I'll be honest. I did not go to the convention today. I did not go to the convention for a couple reasons. One, I was so tired I wanted to sleep in, so that was number one. Number two, I have got so much footage to edit, you know, I don't want to be that much more behind. And three, my tummy was not feeling good last night, and when I woke up this morning, it wasn't feeling good. But around 11 o'clock, it started feeling good, and then I went out and did some errands, and now I'm back to normal. So, but I texted Jeff and said, "Hey, Jeff, I'm sorry, man." He was like, "Hey, don't even worry about it, Fears." And I was like, right on. I'm having blackberries today. I like blackberries. They're really good. All right, let's open up the chat. Let's open up the chat. There we go. There we go. The chat is open. The chat is live. There we are. Feel free to say hello. Today's topics are, we're going to be reviewing Grumpy Old Men 1 and 2. I watched Grumpy Old Men 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And then I thought I would watch an old classic. I have not watched this movie in quite a long time. Explorers. So, it's been a minute. It's been a while. It's been a couple years since I watched this, actually. Like 4 or 5. It's just been sitting on the shelf for the longest time. So, why not? So, these are all rewatches. These are kind of like Thanksgiving, Christmas movies, because in the first one, part of the movie takes place near Thanksgiving and Christmas. This one, it takes place around Halloween, and then it ends around Thanksgiving. So, yeah. Yo, Visions, what's up? Vision says, time to get out of bed. Fears is on. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to be reviewing all these movies. And then we're going to be reading Ghostbusters 2. I meant to read this around Halloween, and I read Jack Skellington, so I thought I would read it today to you guys. And then we're going to talk about the first Thanksgiving. So yeah, there we are. Yo, what's up, Joey? He says, I just pushed my grandma down the stairs to get to my laptop to watch the Fears podcast. I mean, that's not good, Joey. I'm glad you're watching. But don't you think you could have spared your grandmother? I mean, that's your grandma. I mean, unless you don't like your grandma, which it doesn't seem like Joey doesn't like his grandma at all. I would never push Grandma Fears down the stairs. Or my British grandma. But there you are. Joey must really like the Fears podcast. Oh, my Lord. So, like I said, we're going to review some movies. We're going to talk about the first Thanksgiving. I pulled up some information. I've been kind of on this learning kick the last couple of days. It seems like the fans like it, too. So, yeah. Just kidding. All my grandparents are dead. All right, Joey. All right. Well, unfortunately, that's unfortunate for you, Joey, and it's also unfortunate to me. My British Grandma Sheila, she passed away in 2001. And then my British grandpa died before I was born. He had a stroke because my mom said he drank too much, and one day he was walking home from work and he got close. He got close to his house and he had a stroke and died. And then Grandpa Fears died in 1993 due to cancer. And then recently, at the beginning of this year, in January, my Grandma Fears passed away. So, anyway. So I hear you, Joey. I know what it's like to lose a family member. So yeah. All mine died before I was 9 years old. Well, that sucks, Joey. Because you only got to celebrate, or not celebrate. Celebrate's the wrong word. You only got to hang out with your grandparents from birth to about 8 years old. So at least I got to have a little bit more time with my grandmas. I got very little time with my grandpa, because one grandpa was taken away from me, before I could meet him, and then Grandpa Fears, let's see, I think I was very little when he died, but I got to hang out with him a little bit. I was born in 83, and then he passed away. I'm trying to remember. It was either 1992 or 1993. So I got a little bit of time with him, but I wish I could have had longer. But me and Grandma Fears got to have a lot of time together, which I cherish, because Grandma Fears was awesome. Still is awesome. So yeah. Shuffler says, "Are you going on vacation to Hawaii?" No, not this year, Shuffler. I would really like to go to Hawaii next year. I'm really going to try next year to make that happen, because A, I've always wanted to go. 2, Fears get stressed out too quick, too often, and I need to rest. Plus, there's a lot of Jurassic Park movie locations in Hawaii. And 4, I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to see the Hawaiian Islands. I've seen pictures, and it looks beautiful. It's probably one of the most, I'm not saying it's the most beautiful place on earth, but it's one of the most beautiful places on earth. So I've always wanted to see it. Always. But in a couple of weeks, Shuffler, me and my mom and my mom's girlfriends, we've been planning a surprise party for a family member. I don't want to tell you guys who it's for, because when you see the footage, it'll be a nice surprise for you guys. But this person deserves this party, and this person means a lot to me. And my mom was like, "Hey, John, do you want to be in on the surprise? Do you want to help me plan?" And it was kind of last minute that my mom decided, and I was like, I'm like, well, it's kind of last minute, Mom. I'm like, I don't know if the boss will let me have it off, But I said, I shall try. Once I explained it to my boss, he was like, oh yeah, Fears, no worries. He goes, just as long as there's no more trips in December because I need you here. And I was like, no trips in December. And he goes, because Fears, you know our policy. He goes, no one takes a vacation during December because we're that fucking busy. And I was like, I know this. I definitely know this. But it was really cool. Last year, my boss gave me the 23rd off, the 24th off, the 25th off, and then I came back to work on the 26th. Oh, wait, no, the 27th. So that was cool. So I'm hoping this year I get at least the 24th off. I know I'll get the 25th off. I'm not so sure on the 24th, but I know that the factory is closed on the 25th. And I'll get Thanksgiving off because we have that off too, and somebody's calling me. Give me 1 second. Hey, Mom. Alright, sorry guys. My mom called and I had to talk to mommy. Alright, let's see, where was I? I had to talk to mom. I had to finalize some more things for the party. And she said, have you found a flight yet? I said, I haven't found a flight yet. But I said, I'm still looking because there's no way I'm paying $500, $600, $700. I'm going to find something. You know, fears. I'll find that deal on the cheap. $100, $200. I will find some. Scavenge the internet. I will find those deals for a cheap flight. That's right. That's right. All right, see, where did I leave off? I left off with Shuffler saying, am I going on vacation? I'm going on vacation, just not to Hawaii yet, Shuffler. Hopefully next year I can make the Hawaiian vacation, or maybe just a cruise or something next year. Hopefully next year. So we'll see. We'll see, though. Depends on work and all that stuff. What's up, Richie? He says, hey, Fears, how's it going? Not too bad. Not too bad. I had a little bit of a stomach ache last night, but thank God it's gone, Richie. Everything's back to normal. Joey says, my grandma died from a heart attack. Then her twin sister died from a heart attack when they told her her sister died. Oh, damn. That's nuts. I'm very sorry to hear that, Joey. I'm very sorry to hear that. I mean, hearing that a loved one passed away, I mean, is always difficult, you know, especially if you're older. That's probably why her sister had a heart attack from the news. That makes a lot of sense. But I'm sorry that your aunt died and your grandma died. That sucks. That really does suck. Plus, Joey, you only got to hang out with your grandparents, like I said, from birth to about 8 years old, because you said they all died around 9 years old. At least I got to hang out with Grandpa Fears, you know, for a while. I wish I could have had more time, because I really technically only had one grandpa, because my British grandpa died before I was born. But my mom told me a bunch of stories about him, so I kind of know my British I almost said grandma. I kind of know my British grandpa by the stories that my mom told me, and from what my mom told me, he was a hard worker, really nice guy. He just drank too much. My mom said, oh, did he like his liquor? And I was like, oh, really? And he goes, oh, yeah. So that was the only thing bad with him, my mom said, is that he drank too much. But from the stories that my mom told, my British grandpa seemed like a really cool guy. And he had a really good job. He worked as a fisherman for quite a long time, and then then he started working something in the steel business, and then he did that for a little while, and then my mom said he did like factory work. What type of factory? I don't remember, but after the steel mill or whatever it was, he got some factory work, so I was like, that's cool. That's cool. So really, I only got to hang out with my British grandma, my American grandma, and my American grandpa. But Grandpa Fears kind of inspired me to get into film, because, man, once he bought that camera and started filming all the family events, he loved that. So he was obsessed with that camera, and then he taught me how to use that camera. And so the love for filming began. And then my love for editing took place around 8th, 9th grade. I took an editing class in 9th grade. And then I took I'm sorry, they were both in 9th grade, not in 8th grade. 9th and 10th grade they had I got to help with we did a video yearbook in 1 year instead of a paper yearbook. So I've got 3 yearbooks, and then the first one is a video yearbook, which I still have. And then sophomore, junior, and senior are the paper yearbooks. So I helped make the video yearbook, And then I took a bunch of editing classes in 9th grade, and that kind of sparked it. And then I did a whole bunch of plays in high school. And then whenever high school was done, I took an editing class at community college, a couple of editing classes, and then off to Collins College. And that's when I really started having fun with editing. So, yeah. Because at first I wanted to be an actor. And it was fun to act in plays. But then when I started filming myself and watching me and my friends' skits back, I was like, I'm not that really good of an actor. I'm better at editing. So I'm like, let's focus on that. So yeah. I still like to be on camera. Obviously. I'm just not a good actor. So yeah. Alright, let's see. That's right, Joey. You know what? My bad. Joey said, well, what am I supposed to look at while he's gone? I forgot. I forgot to put something right here. Probably because when I grabbed my phone real quick, I was like, oh shit, it's my mom. And my mom just wanted to talk to me for a couple of minutes. He didn't give us an item. I know. I forgot. My bad. My bad. Vision says, I bet she's like, pip pip cherry-o. Sometimes. Not today, Visions. My mom's in a good mood, but she did not say pip pip cherry-o. She has done it sometimes, though. So, yeah. Let's play Name the DVD in his stack. Shudder the thought, Richie. These are not DVDs. These are Blu-rays and 4Ks. Shame on you. Shame on you. This is a DVD. This is a DVD. This is a Blu-ray. Anyway. Yo, Daniela. Hi, John. Hi, chat. Hope you're all having a great Sunday. I'm having a great Sunday. I had a little bit, Danielle had a little bit of a stomach ache yesterday, like yesterday night, and a little bit this morning, but by the time 11 o'clock rolled around, I went out and did some errands, and then everything's good. And then I came back from my errands, and then I made some coffee in my new mug. Good old Jack Skellington. And now we're rocking and rolling. So there it is. Let's see here. Where did I leave off? Joey said, did she ask why you didn't tie the tater tots back up? You know, that's funny, Joey. I can't believe you remember that. That was a long time ago. She went nuts over that. And I was like, Mom, they're just tater tots. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. But yeah, I just rolled them up because we didn't have a twisty tie, like a little twisty tie available. I thought it was okay. I'm like, they'll still freeze. They're in the freezer. So I just took the bag and I went like this and kind of like rolled it up and I tied it in a knot. And I was like, if I tie it in a knot and then roll it up and put it back in the freezer, it should be totally fine. And it was. It didn't freeze or burn. It didn't do anything. It was fine. We had them like the very next week, Joey. But she was like, you should have grabbed a twisty tie. And she went nuts over that twisty tie. And I was like, I didn't see one. I didn't find one. I'm like, I don't think we had any. I'm like, I just tied it. To me, it wasn't a big deal. But oh man, that day, it was a big deal for my mom. And I went, all right, my bad. So yeah, I thought it was funny though. I thought it was funny. Let's see, but yeah. What's up, Dr. Jenkins? Well, apparently Dr. Jenkins got himself a hamburger and some french fries. You know what, Dr. Jenkins? You're jumping the gun. You're jumping the gun. Whopper Wednesday is not until a couple of days later. But if you did get a burger and fry, what did you get? If you're jumping the gun, it better be some lounge. It better be some BK lounge. You know? The only other thing that would be appropriate would be maybe some Wendy's or maybe some Mickey D's. Those three I'm sorry, those two others are acceptable. But anything else, no. Anyway. So, yeah. That's not true, Joey. No one will get jealous. No one will get jealous. I'm cool with everybody. I'm cool with everybody. Anyway, so today, we're going to review 3 movies. I decided to go classic. Nothing new. I'm gonna select a new movie for tonight. I've been doing a lot of rewatches, and then reviewing them on that movie app that Visions and Jason showed me. So I've been reviewing a bunch. Every time I watch it, I just grab my phone and I review it. So yeah, I definitely have been enjoying reviewing. So I watched an old classic, Explorers. And then if you guys have never seen Grumpy Old Men 1 and Grumpy Old Men 2, these are funny as hell. Walter Matthau and John, I don't know, his last name's kind of hard to pronounce, Jack Lemmon? Hopefully that's how you say it. It's got 2 M's in it. Jack Lemmon, whatever you want to say. And then Walter Matthau. That guy was a funny old dude. I wish he was still alive, because anytime I saw Walter Matthau in a movie, like Dennis the Menace, he was fucking hilarious as an old dude, and he was even more hilarious in these movies, because it was this guy and this guy, like, arguing all the time. And one of the best lines, I can't remember if it's in number 1 or number 2, I watched them last night, but one of the best lines is he looks right at Jack Lemmon, and he's like, you know, sometimes I think you got farts in your brain, and I fucking lose it. I can't say it as good as he said it, but every time he says that line, you know, I think you got farts in your brain, I fucking lose my mind, because it's that fucking hilarious. It's a great line. It's a great movie quote. And then Jack Lemmon, like, goes nuts, you know, on him, and then it's them back and forth fighting, but I think you got farts in your brain, and I fucking lose it every single time. That fucking line is great. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's see. Shuffler says, hey, have you ever had White Castle or In-N-Out? Oh, both. I had In-N-Out whenever I was in film school, because I went to film school out in Arizona, and I've been to New Mexico, and I've been to California, and all around there, and Nevada. And In-N-Out is kind of more over there, Shuffler, and In-N-Out, you are correct. It's, not only is it good, but they hand out free stickers. So I would grab a whole bunch of In-N-Out stickers and put them all around my bedroom in college. But yeah. And then, yes, I've had White Castle. There's not many White Castles out in Orlando, so I grab White Castle whenever I'm in town in Missouri. So yeah. Anyway, Daniela says, In-N-Out are delish. I agree, Danielle. They are good. They are yummy. They are delish. They are good. Vision says, I'm pretty sure I saw Grumpy Old Men in the theater. I didn't see them in the theater, Visions. I saw them whenever Blockbuster was around. Me and my brother rented 1 and 2 from Blockbuster. And then I bought this like a year or 2 ago. I was just at Walmart and I was like, oh shit, they're finally on Blu-ray. And so I got rid, because I had these on DVD, and I was like, oh shit, there they are, they're on Blu-ray. Well, I took the DVDs of these movies to Goodwill and said, here, somebody else can enjoy them. And then I grabbed this, the dual package. So, hell yeah. But yeah, let's see here. Shuffler says, which you like better? Oh, that's a hard one. Between In-N-Out and White Castle. I don't know, Shuffler. They're both good. And I'm not gonna do the typical, you know, Fears answer. Oh, I like both. I do like both, but if I had to pick just one, probably White Castle, because I've had it more, Shuffler, because every time, before I moved, I would get White Castle all the time before I moved to Florida, and then whenever I go home to visit family and friends, I get White Castle. But whenever I lived in Arizona, I would get In-N-Out all the time, you know, when I was in college. So they're both good, but if I had to pick just one, probably White Castle. So yeah. Shuffler says, I have an In-N-Out in my area. Well, you're lucky. There's no In-N-Out down here in Florida. I wish. But, no In-N-Out in my area. So, there we are. That's cool, though, that you have one in your area. Let's see. Joey says, I tried Whataburger in Kansas City and In-N-Out a few years ago. I think In-N-Out is better. It is, Joey. Between Whataburger and In-N-Out, Whataburger sucks compared to In-N-Out. In-N-Out is the fucking shit. In-N-Out blows Whataburger out of the fucking water 10 folds over. So, In-N-Out, between those two, between Whataburger and In-N-Out I like more than Whataburger. Whataburger, it's okay. It's alright. It'll get the job done, but compared to In-N-Out, In-N-Out's way better. Way better. No, Joey. No. Joey says, eat Crystals. I've tried Crystals, and that gave me so much stomach ache. White Castle is way better than Crystals. Crystals is crap. It's garbage. It sucks. It's fucking terrible. No. So, yeah. Oh, Daniela likes Whataburger. She says, Whataburger is the bomb where I'm from. Well, to each their own, Daniela. I'm not a big fan of Whataburger. It's okay. I'll eat it if I have to, but to me, In-N-Out is way better. That's just me, though. That's just me. Good coffee today. This is the coffee that has the squirrel on it. I don't know what squirrels have to do with military coffee, but they have a picture of a squirrel on that military coffee that I get because I've fallen in love with that coffee. It's fucking great. Plus, the proceeds go to a good charity. They go to the Salvation Army, and a portion of the money goes to all the armed forces. So I was like, well, that's always good. But man, that coffee is good. Because all the other ones have some type of military picture on it. And then I understand they did the Sleepy Hollow one that I showed you guys for Halloween. That I understand. But a fucking squirrel has nothing to do with the armed forces. So I don't know why there's a squirrel on it, but there you are. All right. I think we should kick things off with the Ghostbuster read. I found this. I don't even remember where I found this. I think I found it at a convention. I think I was with Eric. I think I got this. Don't quote me. It's in one of the toy vlogs. It's one of the toy vlogs. So if I'm wrong and you guys know where I got this from, you let me know. Because I probably won't get this right, but I'm trying to rack my brain. I think I was with Eric at the Toyman Toy Show that my friend Chris owns. His dad used to own it. And his dad invented it, and then once his dad died, Chris told me, like one of the last few hangouts that Chris got to have with his dad said, I want you to have it, son, and keep it alive, because his dad loved vintage toys. So does Chris. Chris is a great friend. He's the fucking man. If you guys ever get a chance to go to the Toyman Toy Show in Missouri, it is a hell of a show. I told Jeff, I said, Jeff, I love your shows. I love Chris's shows. But I said, Jeff, if you're ever in the St. Louis area, you've got to go to this show called the Toyman Toy Show. I wish there was one around the time where I'm going to go visit my mom with the surprise party. Because I said, oh, Mom. I said, you know how Chris always does his shows? And she's like, yeah. Is he going to have one? I said, no. I said, it already passed. Actually, it's going on today. Because I already looked. November 3rd is when he's doing his Toyman show. Today. So I'm missing a great fucking show right now. So I wish there was a show around whenever I was going, which will be in a couple of weeks, but unfortunately not. So I already talked to Chris, and he was like, "Oh, Fierce, sweet, you're coming into town." He goes, "You gonna make my show?" I was like, "Nah, buddy." I said the surprise party is after November 3rd. He's like, "Oh man, that's a drag." He goes, "It's gonna be a hell of a show." I'm like, "I'm sure it is, buddy." I said your shows never disappoint, ever. They never disappoint. Yo, Walter, what's up, dude? What's up? All right. So I believe I got this at a Toyman show with Eric at the Toyman show, and the reason why there's stickers, I guess some kid used to own this, and then the kid took all the stickers out, and if you look, the kid just put the stickers everywhere. So there we are. So I've yet to read this, so I thought, why not? I'll read it to the fans. All right. Ghostbusters 2. Here we go. I like the movie. Not as much as the first one, obviously, but Vigo the Carpathian is a rad villain. He's in my bathroom right now. Vigo the Carpathian. Compliments of the great Walter White. Walter, thank you so much for that gift. I really appreciate it, buddy. So whenever I take a piss or I take a poop, I look at Vigo and I'm like, "Oh, hey there, buddy. What's going on?" "Oh, fuck me? Well, fuck you, Vigo. Eat my ass." And then I use the restroom. So it's awesome. It's awesome. All right, here we go. Here we go. "Hey, Vigo. Fuck me? No. Fuck you, Vigo." All right, here we go. Good old Ray Stantz. He's the best. Good old Ray Stantz. That's my favorite Ghostbuster. I'm just saying. All right. It was party time for Slime. The Ghostbusters, Ray, Peter, Egon, and Winston, were out of business. One tier. After wiping out Gozer, the Gozerian, and half of New York City, they were banned from ghostbusting. Their glory days seemed gone for good. Then their old friend Dana Barrett, she's pretty hot, Dana Barrett, I'm just saying, the lady out of Alien, she's still even sexy, and she's like 60 or something. Kind of like Jamie Lee Curtis. She's kind of sexy, even though she's old as shit. Dana Barrett, she's still kind of sexy, you know. Then their old friend Dana Barrett, and baby Oscar were in their buggies, took off on a supernatural cruise down the street, and Dana knew who to call. The Ghostbusters. The buggy stopped right there, Dana told Ray. They stood in the middle of the street, and Peter directed traffic, and cars honked and whizzed by. Let's try the Gaga meter, which they've only used the Gaga meter in number 2. There's the PKE meter, and then Harold Ramis, Egon, uses the Gaga meter. Only in that one film. They use the PKE meter in every single film, from number 1 to Frozen Empire. But the Gaga meter, I guess nobody took any interest in it. It's only in part 2. Let's try the Gaga meter, said Egon. When he turned it on, the needle went crazy. The Ghostbusters were on to something big. Whew. This is riveting. This is fucking riveting. Oh my lord. Dana worked at the art museum. Dana seemed worried. She seemed to attract strange happenings. First, it was the runaway buggy. Next, there was this creepy guy, Janosch, who worked with her and kept asking her for a date. Then there was this weird painting he was restoring, a portrait of Vigo the Carpathian. I've got one of those. Yeah, dude. Who looked like Dracula's brother-in-law. Once or twice, Dana was sure Vigo's eyes turned to watch her as she walked by. That's when she got out of the studio fast. Just then, Peter, Ray, and Egon drilled through the street where Dana's buggy landed. They found an old manhole cover that led to an air shaft. Egon held the CAGAN meter over it. There we are. That's right, Tinder Immortal. Get your popcorn. Ghostbuster read along. Yeah, dude. Well, I was going to do this around Halloween, but I decided to read Jack Skellington, and I was like, I'll read it later. So, yeah. So, there we are. There we go. All right. We need a deeper reading, says Egon. Someone has to go down there. Thanks, boys, said Ray as they lowered him into the deep, dark shaft. At the bottom was Van Horten Station, part of an old underground subway system. The CAGAN meter went wild. It's a river of slime, yelled Ray. It's glowing and moving. It's alive. It's eating my boots. Haul me up now! By the time Ray reached the street level, he had managed to get a slime sample, but had knocked out all the lights in the city. Several cops were waiting impatiently to haul the Ghostbusters off to jail. There we are, right there. And if you guys remember, the dude that sentenced them was an asshole. The guy at the trial, the judge, he's like, burned at the stake! You know, that fucking guy. And then, oh my god, it's the Scoleri brothers! All that shit. And the Scoleri brothers were causing mad fucking chaos. You know, but the Ghostbusters put on the packs, took care of them lickety-split. That's right. Hey, Scoleri brothers, you can kiss my ass. How about that? Oh, and there they are. Right there. All right. At the trial, things didn't look good for the Ghostbusters. The judge nickname was the Hammer. Their lawyer, Louis Tully, Rick Moranis, great actor. You gotta come back and do some movies. Like he did that one cell phone commercial with Ryan Reynolds, and that was good. Because that was like his first gig in like a long time. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go on YouTube and write in Rick Moranis cell phone commercial with Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, and it'll come up. It's a great commercial. That's been his like first acting gig in like a while. He needs to come back and do some movies. Rick, you got to play Louis Tully at least one more time. You got to come back in a future Ghostbuster movie. Get in there. I'm just saying. He was great as Louis Tully. Their lawyer, Louis Tully, was a former terror dog. You're fakes and tricksters. 18 months in jail and a $25,000 fine each, said the judge. As he spoke, the jar of slime on the desk came to life. The Scoleri brothers screamed at the judge as two very ugly ghosts popped from the jar and headed for him. Do something, he begged the Ghostbusters. I sentenced them to death in 1948, and now they want to kill me. I mean, this is pretty intense for a child's book. I'm just saying. Maybe they just want to appeal their case, cracked Peter. The judge quickly dismissed the Ghostbusters case. I said cake by accident. Excuse me, I'm tired. The judge quickly dismissed the Ghostbusters case, and they grabbed their particle throwers. Particle throwers. I've never heard that. Never heard that. It's proton packs, motherfucker. There we are. Let's see. Daniela says, yeah, I've seen it. It's a great commercial. It is. It is a great commercial. That's what I'm saying, Daniela. He needs to come back and do some more movies. I'm just saying. I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom. But while I'm gone, just go ahead and study the Ghostbusters. Because they are great. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom. All right, back to the story. Back to the story. All right. Back to the story. I'm getting cold, so I got my Ghostbuster blanket. All right. Here we go. All right, where was I? Oh, there's Egon. There's Egon rocking away. All right. They blasted the Scoleri brothers until the ghosts were herded safely into their traps. The whole courtroom cheered wildly. The Ghostbusters were back in business and ready to kick some slime. Nice. How do you kick slime? It's like liquid, creamy ooze, but they did kick some slime. I think this book should have said they kicked some butt. You can't really say they kicked ass because it's a children's book, but kick some butt sounds more appropriate. I don't know. But Dana still had problems. As she got Oscar ready for his bath one night, she didn't notice that the tub filled up with pink slime instead of water. She started to put Oscar in the tub. It closed around him like a big mouth. Dana screamed. She snatched up Oscar and ran straight over to Peter Venkman's apartment, while the tub threw up buckets of slime. That's not really true. She grabs Oscar, and the slime kind of turns into a big mouth in the movie and kind of lunges at Oscar and Dana. Because the ooze comes out of the faucet into the tub, and then he lunges. So they got it half right. But yeah. Oh well, apples and oranges. The bathtub tried to eat Oscar, Dana told Peter, and that awful painting of Vigo keeps watching me too. Oh shit. Oh, look! Here's my favorite Ghostbuster of all time, Mr. Ray Stantz. He is the fucking man. I'm not saying the other Ghostbusters aren't good. They are. But he's the best. Plus, he makes some pretty good Crystal Head vodka. Dan Aykroyd, I approve. I've drank it many times on many occasions. The fans know this. I know this. If you guys haven't tried it, you are missing out. It's some good stuff. It's very good. All right. We'll check it out, said Peter. You better stay here. The Ghostbusters didn't find anything in Dana's tub, so the next day they went to the museum. The Gaga meter led them straight to Vigo's portrait. As Ray stared at it, Vigo's eyes burned right through him. There was definitely something weird about the painting, but the Ghostbusters couldn't say exactly what it was. Ray, Winston, and Egon decided to go underground again. At Van Horn Station, Ray threw a line into the slime to measure the depth. Is the line sinking? Asked Winston. No, the slime is rising, replied Egon. Let's get out of here, boys, said Ray. Oh, shit. Oh, my lord. And there they are, all covered in slime. Ah! Oh, my lord. Oh, my lord. What's going to happen next? I think we all know what's going to happen next. But I'll continue on. Ray tried to pull out the line. Even with Egon and Winston helping, the slime was winning. Winston was jerked into the ooze, and his buddies jumped in after him. When they finally climbed to safety through a manhole in front of the museum, Winston shouted out, were you trying to drown me? And shoved Ray. Quick, get out of your clothes, Egon told him. Get out of your clothes? Bah! Oh, my lord. They're going to get naked. I'm just joking. They don't get naked. This is mood slime. It's taking on everyone's bad vibes. It's pure evil. And look, it's flowing right to the museum. We got to tell the mayor about this. Meanwhile, inside the museum, Janos stood in front of Vigo's portrait, and Vigo was speaking. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. And then Janos, right here, Janos turns into a spirit and steals Oscar. That motherfucker. Who the hell steals babies? What the hell? What in the hell is the world coming to? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I, Vigo, command you to bring me Dana's child, and I might live again through him. Back at Peter's apartment, Dana left Oscar alone in the bedroom. Suddenly she heard a cry. She ran into the bedroom. Oscar was on the window ledge 50 feet above the street. As Dana watched in horror, a ghost appeared next to the ledge. It was a nanny and a baby buggy. Her face, the nanny's face looked like Janos. Dana screamed. The ghost nanny picked up Oscar and shot off into the air. Dana rushed to the museum to find her baby. The moment the museum door closed behind her, slime covered the entire building. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Hey, Walter, I've got this exact painting. Thanks to you, buddy. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. All right. Inside, Dana found not only Oscar, but Janos. What do you want with my child? She asked. Tomorrow night at midnight on New Year's Eve, Oscar will be the vessel for Vigo to live again. No! Dana said and tried to take Oscar back, but Vigo's power whisked him away. Dana could only hope for the Ghostbusters' help. The mayor hadn't believed the story about the slime. Slime dripped into the Hudson River. The Titanic arrived at Pier 34 with a load of ghosts. Slime splashed from the Plaza Hotel fountain and brought a mink coat to life. I'm glad that they're hitting all the highlights of the movie. That's good. That's important. That's important. There's the Statue of Liberty. All right. By the time the Ghostbusters escaped and got to the museum, the city crews had tried everything from blowtorches to jackhammer to break the slime shell. Not even the Ghostbusters particle throwers. I'm going to say proton pack. It's better. Proton pack worked. We need a symbol to bring out the best in everyone and mellow out this slime, said Egon. His eyes fell onto the Ecto 2 New York state license plate and its Statue of Liberty symbol. Peter, Ray, and Winston saw it too. They headed for Liberty Island in New York Harbor. Soon the Ghostbusters were busy wiring the Statue of Liberty and frosting her with tons of slime. Then Peter let the slime's favorite song blast from a boombox. The statue began to move and come to life. Dun, dun, dun. There we are. There's the statue walking down the street. Oh, shit. I'm excited. Let's see it. Oh, we've only got 2 more pages. There we are. Liberty walked through the Hudson River while the Ghostbusters rode safely at her crown. Soon was stomping up Broadway to the cheers of the huge New York Eve's crowds. It was almost midnight. When they reached the museum, Liberty smashed the skylight with her torch. The Ghostbusters slid into the studio just as Vigo took Oscar into his arms. Dana grabbed her baby and Vigo roared with rage. The Ghostbusters hosed down Janos, then aimed their slime blasters at Vigo, who grabbed Ray. Go ahead, do it, gasped Ray, and Winston fired. Vigo melted off the canvas, revealing another painting below. Peter, Winston, and Egon rushed over to Ray, who seemed okay. Janos had also returned to normal, covered in slime. There's the ending painting. They all looked at the new painting. They were 4 angels and a baby in it, who looked strangely like the Ghostbusters and Oscar. When the Ghostbusters went outside the museum with Dana and her baby, wild cheering broke out into the crowd. People sang, but it was not only the Ghostbusters that the people had to thank for saving the city. Liberty had done her share of slime kicking and save the day and the new year too. The end. Bam! There we are. Pretty awesome. Hope everybody enjoyed the story. There we are. I'm glad they hit all the highlights. I think tomorrow I'm going to select a comic book, because I read some of Tommy NC 2010's comic book, but I need to read the rest. So I may select a comic book either tomorrow or later on in the week. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Let's review a movie. I have not watched this in 4 or 5 years. I used to watch it all the time as a kid. I believe it was Ethan Hawke's first movie, or one of his first movies, because he's like, I don't know, 11 years old, 11, 12, something, but yeah. Great movie. If you guys have never seen it, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's not a perfect movie, but it's pretty good. Me and my brother used to watch this all the time. I've had it in my collection for a lot of years. I just haven't watched it. It's been on the shelf for 4 or 5 years. I haven't watched it in a long time. Last night I was like, you know what? I'm going to do some more rewatches. Now tonight I'm going to pick something new to watch. So yeah, because I like watching new things and reviewing them for you. But every once in a while I like to select something off the shelf and give it a rewatch. So yeah. Daniela says, moral of the story, spreading positive vibes is always better. I agree. Daniela. I would much rather have positive vibes than negative vibes, drama bullshit, trolling bullshit, all that crazy shit, because it gets quite exhausting. It gets to fears, not all the time, but sometimes. And, it's a lot to deal with sometimes, you know? So, I say positive vibes all day, every day. Now, I know some people will do that. Other people could care less. Those trolls could care less if I lived or died. If I died tomorrow, they'd be like, nice, I'm glad Fears is dead. You know? So, they don't care, though. They don't care about anyone's feelings. They don't care about my channel. They don't care about my content. They don't care about anything except making people's lives miserable. But I agree, Daniela. Positive vibes to everybody. Positive vibes for me. Positive vibes for you guys. Positive vibes all around, my friends. There we are. So, 9 out of 10. One of these days I'll get this on Blu-ray or 4K, but it's a good watch. If you guys, I'm sure you guys, it's an old movie. When did they make this? They made it in 1980. Oh my God. This is an old movie. They made this 2 years after Fears was born. I was born in 83. They made this in 85. Damn. I thought they made this movie in the 90s. Apparently not. 1985. Damn, this thing is old. It's an oldie, but a goodie. So yeah. I don't know who this guy is, but River Phoenix. River Phoenix was a great actor. It's sad that he passed away when he was so young. He played the young Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Did a great job. Fantastic actor. I'd say my 2 favorite scenes, probably when, after they build their spaceship, where they go to the drive-in and River Phoenix character is called Wolfgang. That's quite a name, Wolfgang. Wolfgang loses control of the spaceship and crashes right through the fucking refreshment stand at the drive-in movie theater, which there's not a lot of drive-ins left on this earth. The last time I went to a drive-in was in Missouri when I was like, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10, somewhere around there. But yeah, I wish more drive-in movie theaters actually existed, because whenever I went to them back in the day with my mom and my dad and my brother, they were actually really fucking cool. Visions, I know you said there's one out there where you live, and I think Tinder Immortal and Shuffler. Didn't you guys tell me there's one or two in California? They're awesome though. I wish they would. They need to bring them back. I think they need to bring them back. That's just me. But I doubt they ever will bring them back fully. But I think they were a really cool idea. There used to be one, not in downtown St. Louis, but there used to be one like near St. Louis that me, my mom, and my dad. I don't remember the name of it, and it was kind of on the outskirts of St. Louis, but it was a really cool drive-in. They served good pizza. They served good like movie theater, like buttery popcorn, but their pizza was really good, from what I remember. Yeah, watch this if you haven't seen it. My two favorite scenes, if I had to pick, one would be like when they crash through the refreshment stand of the movie theater, and then the second one probably when they build when they build their spaceship. That whole sequence of them actually building their spaceship, and they called the spaceship the Thunder Road. That whole sequence of them building it what was a very good scene. But I mean, the whole movie's great, but those are kind of like my two favorite scenes. But yeah, good rewatch. 9 out of 10. Definitely 9 out of 10. Speaking of Ghostbusters, there's the mini ghost trap that Fears owns right there. Oh, yeah. Vision says Explorers was great. Oh, it is. It's a good movie. It's not a perfect movie. That's why I gave it a 9 out of 10, Visions. But I agree, buddy. I agree. Explorers is phenomenal. It's great. It's a great movie. And you guys should watch it. And I totally, well, I don't know if I forgot. I didn't even know that they made it in the 80s. I could have swore it was made like 1990, 1991. I was dead wrong. They made it 2 years after Fears was born. I was born in 83. They filmed that thing in 1985. That is a old-ass movie. Again, it's an oldie but a goodie. So I agree, Visions. I 100% agree. It's a good one. If you guys have not seen it, watch it. And if you haven't seen it, where the hell have you guys been? Watch it. It's so good. So good. All right. Moving on. But yeah, I love it. I can't wait to review it tonight. Before I go into work tonight, I'm going to get on the app and review it. Let's see. What was the last one I reviewed? The last one I reviewed was, let's see here. Oh, was Alistair Sims' A 1951, A Christmas Carol, right there. That was the, because I watched The Mummy, and I reviewed that, and then, so tonight I'm going to review Explorers, and then I'm going to review on the app Grumpy Old Men 1 and Grumpy Old Men 2. But I have been loving this app, and whenever I made my profile, it says you can pick your favorite. You can pick your favorite movies. I've got more than 4 favorite movies, but I picked like 4 of my all-time favorite movies. Of course, number 1 is Ghostbusters. Number 2, Goonies. Number 3, Halloween. And then number 4, that's right. Oh, motherfucking Escape from New York. Great. 4 fucking phenomenal films. When I die, I'm taking Ghostbusters with me. It's going. I don't care what anyone says. It'll be in my will. I'll tell my mom or my brother or whoever is in charge of my funeral. I'll be like, make sure that either you put it in Fears' coat pocket or in the casket by my feet somewhere. It's going with me. Because whenever I get to heaven, God will be like, why did you bring this? I'll be like, you're not going to stop Fears from watching the greatest fucking movie of all time in heaven. And then God will be like, all right, Fears, whatever. I'm like, damn right. Damn right. Motherfucking Ghostbusters. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. I was reading online, I cannot wait for them to make a sequel to Frozen Empire. And Dan Aykroyd and all the old Ghostbusters, the OGs, definitely had a significant bigger part in Frozen Empire than in Afterlife. Afterlife, you know, was kind of like a nice cameo. They kicked, I almost said Vigo, excuse me, not Vigo. They kicked Gozer's ass for the second time around. Are you a god? Come on, Ray, come on. Yeah, we're all gods. That's right. That's right. That is right. So, you know who they need to bring back? They need to bring either Vigo the Carpathian back so we can kick his ass a second time, or Slimer needs to be like the main fucking villain, you know? I always loved it in the movies. Slimer is always pissed off. He's always angry. He looks lovable, though. He's a lovable ghost. But either he's stuffing his face with candy and hot dogs and hamburgers and shit, or he's pissed off and mad. You know? But in the cartoons, they make him all lovable because my favorite cartoon, The Real Ghostbusters, that's the best cartoon alive. Because it was a kid's cartoon, they had to make Slimer all like lovey-dovey. And there's only 2 times where Slimer was lovey-dovey. In The Real Ghostbusters, then they tried to make a sequel cartoon show called The Extreme Ghostbusters, but it was fucking crap. It was fucking garbage. There was a couple of good episodes. Not many, but there was a couple of good episodes. And they made Slimer all lovey-dovey. But I would love to see either Stay Puft come back or Slimer come back. Like, not just like a little tiny guy. I mean, as a main fucking villain. A main fucking villain. That'd be great. Or Vigo. I don't care. Either Vigo, Slimer. I don't know how they would bring Stay Puft back, because they blew the shit out of him, you know, off a fucking rooftop in the first one, but you know how Hollywood is. They'll write something, you know, to make it make a quick buck. Oh yeah, his molecules fucking reformed and shit, you know, or whatever. I think one of those needs to come back. I'm just saying. What's up, Lantern? Good to see you, buddy. Lantern says, yo, Fears. Well, yo, Lantern. Lantern, I must say, your last show, where Larry was on, I was on, Visions was on, you were on, Larry almost got arrested. That was a good show. And Lantern, keep those videos up. I mean, or not, keep the streams up. I forgot, Lantern doesn't do videos, he does streams. Keep them up, buddy, because they're getting a lot of views. They're getting a lot of views, my friend. So, yeah. Well, I hope everybody had a good, happy Halloween. I know I did. 11-hour stream. I'm working on it. I'm still editing all the, how dare YouTube not allow me to, you know, put Michael Jackson's Thriller and Scream in my fucking stream, you know. You know, they had a big hissy fit. I'm like, oh God, all right, I'll edit it out. But it'll be back up. I still have it. It's just on unlisted, and then they blocked it worldwide, so I have to edit out all the movie shit, and then just upload the, you know, the normal stream. But it'll be back up. Tonight I'm gonna work on the Hurricane Milton vlog, so that should be up. Because I wanted to make a vlog just of that, because it was a big event in Florida, so I'm gonna work on that. The next vlog will probably be my birthday vlog. Probably. I'll get them out as quickly as possible. If you haven't seen my new vlog, I edited a quick one last night before I went off to bed. The 2024 Kissimmee Collectors Fest. Very short one. I put some of the Collectors Fest in the vlog where my friend came to town, and then I put the rest of the footage in a vlog by itself. So, check it out. Check it out. Lantern is going nuts in the chat. Alright. let's see. I reviewed Explorers. Time to read some information on the first Thanksgiving. Let me pull up the research that I found. I've told you guys this many times. I always loved learning. I always loved school. I never thought, whenever I was a kid and then in high school and college when I went off to film school, I never thought school was a burden. I know some people don't like school. I always enjoyed it. I always enjoyed learning stuff and like, oh shit, I didn't know that. Oh wow, that's cool, and learning stuff. So yeah. Yesterday we read Thanksgiving traditions, which when it gets close to Thanksgiving, there's a lot more traditions. I only read a handful of them. So whenever it gets closer to Thanksgiving, I'll read some more traditions. But here, the first Thanksgiving information. Let's see what comes up. I know a little bit about the first Thanksgiving and why we celebrate it, but I don't know everything. So let's see what pops up. Oh, quite a lot. Quite a lot. It says, here are some details about the first Thanksgiving. The first Thanksgiving took place in the fall of 1621. Damn, that was a long time ago. Likely between September 21st and November 9th. So somewhere in there. The celebration took place in what is now called Plymouth, Massachusetts. That's right. That's where that horror movie is now. Thanksgiving. If you guys have not seen that horror movie, you guys are missing out. Fucking John Carver. John Carver. Right Visions? That's his name. He fucking carves up not just bloody bodies. He fucking carves up a fucking slaughterhouse, my friends. He's like, oh yeah? You want some mashed potatoes? Well, and how about, instead of gravy, how about I give you some mashed potatoes in blood, motherfucker? Takes those, the things that you stick in corn on the cob? Takes the fucking thing, shoves it in some girl's, like, ear cavity and just fucking screws it. Kills her like a fucking corn on the cob. And I'm just laughing away. I was like, this is getting good. This is getting good. Then the dumb, I hate to call her a bitch, but she is. She was a dumb, big, fat, hilarious bitch. In the, what do they call the Walmart in that movie? I think it's called Help Mark or whatever. She, like, steals all the stuff, from the guys in the Walmart type of place. They don't call it Walmart, but it looks like Walmart. Typical horror movie shit, Visions. This fat bitch breaks every horror movie. Hello, is someone there? Of course there is, bitch. Turns off the light, then she stands there in the dark. I'm like, oh god, she's so dead. Hello? Anyone there? Yeah, there's someone there. Why don't you leave so you don't get your ass killed? But no, like a dumb shit, she's all like, oh, I better go investigate it. Why? Why would you go investigate it? Fucking hilarious. Then, John Carver comes out of nowhere, cuts her in the hand. She almost gets away. I'll give her that. She almost gets away. Then he, after he cuts her hand up a little bit, then he tries to drown her in the sink full of water. Then he sticks her wet face to a freezer and she's peeling off flesh and it rips the shit out of her chin. Tons of flesh came off her chin. I'm like, ow, that must have fucking hurt. And then she hides in the closet. He goes away and she's like, oh god, oh man, where's my fucking keys? Well, John Carver already stole your fucking keys, so she was fucked anyway. She runs outside. This is what I don't get, Visions. If you realize that you don't have the keys, why would she run to the dumpster and get in the dumpster? Even if she got to the dumpster and closed it, all John Carver has to do is, alright, well, the dumb bitch is in a dumpster. I'll just lift the lid and I'll kill her then. If someone was driving a car towards me, my first incline would not be, oh, he's chasing me with a car. I better hide in a fucking dumpster. Hey, you big fat fucking bitch. He knows, because he's got eyes, that you're hiding in a dumpster. Why don't you just run off that way and keep running? That's what I don't get, Visions. And then he hits the dumpster and she gets chopped in half and you see all of her organs fly out. And I was just laughing my ass off. It was great. It's one of the best deaths in the entire movie. I don't know. I'm just saying. All right, let's see. Let's get back to... it says, the first Thanksgiving took place in the fall of 1621, likely between September 21st and November 9th. The celebration took place is what now we call Plymouth, Massachusetts. Who attended the event? The celebration included 52 English men and at least 90 Indians. I don't even know how you pronounce this Indian tribe, so I'm not even going to try. Well, no, I'm not going to try, because if I get it wrong, then the trolls won't let me hear the fucking end of it. It's a long Indian name. I don't know how to pronounce it. So, 52 Englishmen and their families, and 90 Indians. What was eaten at the celebration? The meal included deer, corn, roasted meat, cabbage, carrots, cucumbers, lettuce, parsnips, and pumpkins. The colonists probably didn't have potatoes or prepare cranberry sauce as we know it today. Well, that's a shame, because cranberry sauce is the shit, and potatoes, you cannot have Thanksgiving without a little mash and a little gravy, because I love mashed potatoes and gravy. So, man, those pilgrims were missing out. What else was done on the celebration? The celebration also included games, singing, and dancing. Why did the celebration happen? The pilgrims gave thanks to God for a bountiful harvest after a year of sickness and depression and low crops. The celebration was also at least partly a diplomatic event between the Indians and the Europeans. Their communities had recently been ransacked by diseases from Europe, leaving them weaker than their rivals. That makes sense. What did the Indians think of the celebration? The celebration... Oh, I'm sorry, I already read that. That's what the Indians thought. What did the Pilgrims think? The Pilgrims didn't use the term Thanksgiving at the time. For the Pilgrims, a day of Thanksgiving was a day of fasting while giving thanks to God in prayer. How was the story created? Much of the story of the first Thanksgiving was created decades and centuries later. But essentially, all what I read happened on that day. Nice. Very interesting. Most of that I knew. Some things I didn't know. Like they were very detailed. I didn't know how many Englishmen arrived and how many Indians. So that's pretty cool that Google had a precise tally. It said 52 Englishmen as well as their families. I think they mean like 52 families of Europeans came. And then 90 Indians from their tribe came. So that's pretty cool. Very nice. Oh man. Let's see. Daniela says, yes, every day we learn something new. It's fun. Love your fun facts. Well, that's awesome. I like giving the fun facts, Daniela. I think most of the fans enjoy it. I like to do it, not every day, every once in a while, you know. But yeah. Lantern says the time should be different now. That's right, Lantern. In Florida, it's 5:34. So my clocks automatically change on my laptop and on my phone, but I have to always change the clock on the stove. There's a clock on my coffee pot that I change, and then I have to change the time on the microwave, and then I have to change the alarm clock that's in Fears' bedroom. So But on my laptop and on my phone, I don't have to change it. It's just those others. But it was a quick change. I just ran over. Just changed it real quick, and then there we are. There we are. Vision says, oh, howdy there, Mr. Lantern. Mr. Lantern says, better be good in here and behave, y'all. Lantern, me behaving on my own show is never the problem. It's usually if idiot trolls come in, they're the problem. But, knock on wood, I haven't seen any in a while, so that's good. That's good. But you never have to worry about John Fears, the host with the most. All right. Let's see. What's left? Oh, let's well, to end things, let's review Grumpy Old Man and Grumpier Old Men, Part 2. All right. Which one do I like out of these? I'll be honest, I actually do like Grumpier Old Men 2 better. There's a lot more jokes in it. This one, it's more serious with a couple of laughs in it. So it is a comedy, but it's also kind of a serious, movie. But there's it'll be 5 serious scenes, and then the next 2 scenes are funny, and then it goes back to serious. In this one, there's a little bit of serious stuff in it, but most of it is comedic. So I like number 2 a little bit better, but I like them both. But yeah. Yo, what's up, Dr. Jenkins? Daniela says, great movies. Yes, Daniela, they're great. I watched this one today, and I watched this one last night. So last night I watched Grumpy Old Men, and I watched this last night. So Grumpy Old Men last night, and Explorers. Today I watched Grumpier Old Men, literally an hour or 2 before I started the show. So, yeah. Yep. What's up, Museum? Good to see you. So, yeah, I'm not saying that the first one isn't good. It's good. It's just I like Grumpier Old Men, too. In the first one, you got Max, played by Matthew Walter. And then, Walter Matthew, excuse me. God, I'm getting tired. Walter Matthew, excuse me. And then John Lemon played John. So it was John and Max. And they're fighting. They consider themselves best friends because in one scene you see an old photo of them as kids by a lake fishing in one scene in the first movie. But as they've gotten older, they've went from friends to kind of friends that just bitch and moan at each other, and they're fighting a lot. But they're still friends. They're just grumpy old men, just hey idiot, hey moron, hey fuck you too, and they're back and forth. So yeah. Museum says that Lantern is going to be moving into his house. Well, good luck with that. That should be interesting, Museum. So, the highlights of number 1 is that Max saves John's life after they argue. John leaves a bar. He has a heart attack, almost dies. And as Max is getting into his car, he sees John lay on the ground, and he's like, oh my God, my friend there's something wrong. So he runs over and he's like, hey, John, are you all right? Are you dead? And he's like, I'm not dead yet. He goes, but if I do die, I don't want to look at your ugly face. And then he runs into someone's home and says, somebody quick, call an ambulance. And then he saves John's life, and then they become even stronger friends. So like I said, the first one is got some comedic aspects to it. And most of it is serious, but it's got a few comedic, scenes. The second one is 10 times more funnier, so I highly suggest watching both. I'm going to rate Grumpy Old Men a 9 out of 10. And Grumpier Old Men, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 too. My two best scenes in Grumpy Old Men, I'm going to say, let me see here. Probably the ending scene where John gets married to this lady. The whole wedding scene is kind of funny. And then Walter Matthau's character dumps a dead rotting fish in the wedding limo. And then he's like, oh, that son of a bitch. He goes, what the hell is that smell? And he looks down and there's a dead fish. And then the window opens and he throws the fish out. That was a funny scene in the first one. The second good scene is probably, let's see here. Probably when these two characters, they go ice fishing and they get into a big fight and they start fighting with each other on a frozen lake. That's a funny scene. Because Walter Matthau's character takes a dead frozen fish and he tries to stab it into this guy, and he's got it, and he's like trying to use it as a knife as they're fighting, and I thought that was really funny. So yeah. Anyway, and then number 2, if I had to pick 2 favorite scenes, probably the Halloween scene where Walter Matthau's character doesn't buy any candy. All these adults with their children come to the door, and he just starts handing out random shit, like he throws a stapler into someone's bag, a coffee coaster in someone else's bag, and I was like, couldn't the motherfucker buy any candy? But it was a funny scene. That was a funny scene, and then probably Max's wedding scene, because Max gets married in the second one. So John gets married in the first one, Max gets married in the second one at the very end of the movie. And his wedding scene is really funny. So those are my 2, but they're both good. Both of these movies get a 9 out of 10. Highly suggest watching them. They're really funny. Loved it. Pretty good, my friends. All right, let's go to the wall and pick something new out for Fears to watch tonight. All right. So there's new ones here and there's new ones up there. So let me see here. I haven't selected anything off of this wall in quite a while. I've been selecting more up here. So let us pick something over here. So yeah. All right, let's see here. Oh, what am I in the mood for? Am I in the mood for a comedy? Am I in the mood for an action movie or a horror movie? Oh, let's see here. Oh, I don't know. Decisions. Oh, I don't know. Let's see here. I'm trying to find something over here because I've got more new movies up there. Oh, man, I don't know. Let's see here. You know what? I'm gonna watch Joker because I recently got the Steelbook, so I've already watched Joker before, but I got rid of the Blu-ray and I got the 4K action, baby. That's right. And there's shitloads of bonus features. So this is gonna be the watch tonight, and I'm gonna be reviewing it tomorrow. So Joker. It's still got the plastic on it, so Joker is the watch for tonight, my friends. And Fears goes back to work tonight. I gotta be at work at 4 o'clock. Oh, wait. It's either 3:30 or 4 o'clock. I'm gonna have to look. Well, let me look real quick. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Anyway. But that was a fun stream, my friends. I'm gonna take a shower and get something to eat, and then I'm gonna work on the newest vlog, and then I'll watch that movie, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's see here. Museum says, Fears, have you ever watched Last of the Summer Wine? It's got silly old men in it, similar to Lemon Party, but more PG. I have never seen that one. I've never seen that one. Never. Last of the Summer Wine. Well, you know what? To end things, let's do a movie trailer reaction. Last of the Summer Wine, and it's got Jack Lemmon in it. All right. Or I presume it's got Jack Lemmon in it. Let's have a little look-see. I don't know, Museum. Sometimes you say some wild and crazy shit, so I'm kind of nervous. Museum definitely scares me. You are a kooky dude sometimes, but you're a good dude. You say some crazy, wild shit sometimes that kind of freaks Fears out. I'm not even kidding. But I'm glad you're a fan. All right, watch it. It'll be some crazy horror movie. Last of the Summer Wine trailer. All right, let's see what this is. Let's see here. Oh, where is it? Oh, this looks like a British TV show. Oh, wait, here we go. Last of the Summer Wine trailer. Christmas 1990. Wow, it looks kind of like an old British TV show. Wow. Wow. I've never heard of this, Museum, but let's watch the trailer. I guess it's a Christmas, either TV show or a Christmas movie, because the trailer that I found said, Last of the Summer Wine trailer, Christmas 1990. So I don't know if this is like their Christmas episode but I could totally tell that this was filmed in England. Where in England, I don't know, but like the thumbnail has got old guys talking to some lady on the thumbnail, and I saw like the British town in the background. I think this is just like the Christmas episode, because I couldn't find a trailer. So I think this is the trailer to the Christmas episode. But it'll kind of give me an idea of what the TV show is about, because I could not find a trailer. Unless I put maybe like Last of the Summer Wine Season 1 trailer. But let me watch this Christmas trailer real quick and see what the show is kind of all about. All right, let's watch it. I did not know that you were into British television, Museum. Interesting. All right, let's watch it.
Professor Terence Tao is the equivalent of a rock star in mathematics.
Regarded as the greatest mathematician alive.
All right, here we go. Let's see here.
Christmas on BBC One.
Christmas on BBC One. British broadcasting, for everyone that wants to know.
My wine. And Foggy's got a Christmas present.
Who told you I've got a bleep? There's been a leak. We'll have to tighten security round here. How did you know I've got a bleep?
It's him. He does this Indian yogurt.
You got a bleeper for Christmas?
What do you got, Barry?
Paralytic.
Last of the summer.
I love how British people like do their humor. It's very drawn out, very dry, very sarcastic. So far, so good.
Thursday at 8 o'clock on BBC One.
Now on One, it's time to pull our special Christmas Day comedy cracker. 2 hours of classic entertainment with the two Ronnies, Dad's Army, and a great moment in comic history, the first ever episode of Hello, Hello.
Hello, hello. Hello there, Governor. Hello, Mistress. Cup of tea? Oh, I'd love some cup of tea. 2 lumps. Give me 2 lumps of sugar. That would be grand and dandy. Hilarious. Let's watch another one, shall we? Let's watch, let's see. Here we go. Last of Summer Wine, series 25 through 26, season trailer. Let's watch this.
I couldn't sleep last night for the wife snoring.
Didn't you give her a nudge?
She's in the next bedroom.
Have you always been that close?
She sleeps with her sister. She says I'm the wrong temperature for sleeping with.
Oh, well, I think she's hinting that your thermostat has gone.
What temperature does she like?
I think she's thinking that your thermostat is gone.
I keep thinking there's a monsoon any minute.
Yeah, well, they like to be warm. That generation had more clothes on in bed than they wear for going out these days. You needed a honeymoon just to find your way about.
Oh, nice.
What's they doing, Alvin?
Oh, I'm prospecting. Looking for gold.
Oh, how you doing, Ben? I'm looking for gold.
What a wonderful grasp of the unlikely the man has. Have you found any yet? I've only just started. It can take years.
That's a long time to have your feet in water.
I'm wearing 2 pairs of socks.
That's hilarious.
Alvin.
Who cares if you were wearing 2 pairs of socks? If you're walking through a river, right, like this guy is, it wouldn't matter if you were wearing 2 pairs of socks, 8 pairs of socks, 9 pairs of socks. Your feet will be drenched no matter what. I'm just saying, because you're walking through a river, and a river is deep water. It's going to fill up your shoes and your socks. So again, it doesn't matter if he's wearing 2 pairs of socks or 20 pairs of socks. I'm just saying. This is hilarious. So far, so good in museum. My curiosity has been sparked.
You've got your health, strength, and 2 pairs of socks. What more could a man ask?
And if they finds any gold, don't forget, it's no good unless it's hallmarked.
And be sure to share the wealth. So if he found some gold, if he found some gold, I would be like, I'm your friend. Share the wealth, motherfucker. Listen, you got 9 pieces of gold. Just throw 1 or 2 fears his way. I would appreciate that. I'm just saying, share the wealth.
Any truth in the rumour that your good lady invented radar?
They all have it, even in the next bedroom.
Yeah, there's no answer to it. Except an honest face and a ready lie.
I'm being held prisoner by the lady of the house. I was wondering if...
Howard.
You've not heard?
Museum, do you know where in England that they shot this television show? Because it kind of looks familiar, like the background, but I can't put my finger on what British city this is or British town. It looks familiar. I'm just wondering if I've ever been to this city that they shot this television show in, because I've been to a lot of cities in England. I've been to London, Manchester, Cottingham, Bristol, Bridlington, Skyborough, York, Manchester, whatever that city is near Stonehenge. So about 9 or 10 cities I've been to. London, obviously. I've been to a lot of them. Not all, but I've been to a lot. I don't know, the background looks vaguely familiar, but I can't put my finger on what city or state they filmed this TV show in England, but it does look familiar. I just can't put my finger on it.
Yes.
We've heard it all before, Howard.
I wouldn't ask, only it's an emergency.
How is the emergency? Well, is she?
Some things have to be kept quiet. All I can tell you is that I've forgotten someone's birthday. I can't get out to buy anything, and I was wondering if some kind friend...
You see him, this guy's like terrified of his wife because he evidently like forgot her birthday. I'd be like, you're the man of the house, dude. Just leave, get in your car, go buy her a birthday gift, and then come back and be like, hey babe, I'm really sorry. Here's the birthday gift. I love you. That's the only thing. They're drawing this problem way out. Just, who cares? You accidentally forgot her birthday. Get in your car, go buy a gift, come back and say, hey, babe, I'm really, really sorry I forgot your birthday. I hope this present makes up for the fact. Have her open up the gift, give her a kiss, and then all was well. I'm just saying. This guy's like petrified. Like, oh, God, I forgot her birthday. Like drawing it out and shit. I'm like, dude, it's not the end of the world. Just buy her a gift. All will be forgiven.
Might pick up something for me.
What sort of something?
Something suitable for a lady.
Oh, well, that lets me out. It's too complicated for me.
How much brush is he spending?
I think it's the sentiment that counts. You don't have to go mad.
I see. The floor's the limit.
I'll have to go back. I'm only out on yard exercise. Don't worry.
This guy's making me lose it. All right, I've seen enough. Museum looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, buddy. I'm definitely intrigued. I've never heard of that show. And now I'm really curious what city, what state they actually filmed in. Because I'm telling you, the background of wherever they filmed it in England looks really familiar. But I just couldn't put my finger on it. But it could have been anywhere. But I think I've been in that area because I was like, all that shit in the background looks really familiar. But anyway. Looks pretty cool. All right, where did I leave off? Vision said, Jack Lemon Party, all right now. Visions is laughing, and then Lord Lantern is laughing at Visions because he says, LOL Visions. Joey says, I like to watch British broadcasting. So do I, Joey, whenever I can catch it. The British make some good shows. I like to watch rugby every once in a while. Rugby's cool. It's a tough sport, though. Hardly any pads, and they, like, kick the shit out of each other just for a goal. But it's definitely a good sport. My cousins play it over in England. So, yeah. Of course, I like to catch an occasional soccer game, you know, whenever I get a chance. But, yeah, buddy. Yo, what's up, DVD Hunter? What up? The stream is rocking and rolling. This is true. This is very true. And Lantern, we've reached the end. It does, Danielle. It sounds like a good show. I've never heard of it, but it sounds like a good show. Anyway, I'm taking off because I need to get dinner a-rocking and rolling. I need to grab a shower, and then I'm going to eat dinner. I'm going to work on the next vlog. Hopefully get it up either tonight or tomorrow after I get home from work. We shall see. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Fears on Fears Vlogs on YouTube. I would greatly appreciate that. Follow me on TikTok, FearsMan26. On my Twitter, FearsMan26. Check out Heroes and Villains Collectibles on Twitch. And I watched Captain America. It was awesome. It was a good watch. I was watching it while I was editing last night, Heroes. So be sure to check out Heroes and Villains Collectibles on Twitch. Check out Heroes and Villains Collectibles on YouTube. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer and Werecamp on YouTube. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. And last, but certainly not least, follow Immortal, Mrs. Immortal, soon to be Mrs. Immortal, off as soon as Shuffler gets off his ass and puts a ring on Tender Immortal's finger, and follow her on Twitch. Alright, this is Fears, signing off, peace, deuces. and I'll see you guys later. Shunk!